Hello, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Ashley.
and we are the Valley Exchange. We are two people who've started an eBay business together, and so far it's been really great. So we wanted to start this podcast to share with you our journey and the fun things we find and all that kind of stuff.
And everything we learn.
Everything we learned. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay. We've been selling on eBay about 6 months now.
Yep.
We've both done it before just on our own.
Yep.
But
we got married about 8 months ago and then kind of just started after that.
yeah.
Kind of randomly, actually.
Why did we start?
I was unhappy with my job, and I've always wanted to work at home, and Kevin wanted to own his own business, and so that's what we did.
And now we own our own business.
Yep.
Which is pretty crazy to think about still.
Yep. And I left my job, so
Yeah.
that's pretty great. We've been doing it full-time for
6 months.
6 months? Yeah, about 6 months.
Yeah.
And every month has been better than the last.
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting. We do this because we wanna own our own time.
Yeah.
We want to be able to pack up and leave for a weekend or spend time together when we want to. I mean, yesterday we went and bought kayaks and went kayaking, and if I had a job, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Our job outside of the house. So
I still have a job, a full-time job, but Ashley doesn't
Yeah.
anymore. eBay is her full-time job, and it's been quite the experience.
it's a lot of work, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's definitely more work than I was doing at my job.
Yeah, but you're getting paid more.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it so much more.
Yeah,
So I like being my own boss.
because you get to control your hours.
Although Kevin checks on me a lot
That's
to make
true.
sure I'm
Make sure you're doing what you're
it.
supposed to.
Because I'm not accountable. I would be, but it's just really difficult. So our kind of how we do it, we've had a lot of questions from people we know about how we do this. So basically we just started by like going to Goodwills and like thrift stores.
Yeah.
Right? And
A few garage sales, but we don't really get too much from those.
I'm not happy with garage sales in our area. They're just not quality. It's pretty hard to find a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's a lot of resellers in our area, I think.
Yeah.
But so we go out and we just started by looking things up. Like, we could spend hours looking things up.
Yeah.
Kevin got really burnt out on it.
Yeah.
Like, still, he's a little PTSD about it. But, so we just went from there, and then we kind of just found a groove of what we wanted to buy and what we wanted to sell.
And then we just find something.
It's interesting.
If we haven't sold it before, we'll look it up. And
Yeah.
I mean, we can buy things for $2 and sell it for $30 to $40. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge markup, and that's how we make our money, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's fees and there's shipping and there's all that other kind of stuff. But I mean, if you're getting that kind of a margin, it's a pretty good deal no matter what
Yeah.
you're doing.
People always wonder how we know what to buy, but we really don't. We just kind of go with our gut and look it up as we go.
Yeah.
You learn as you go, though. We've learned so much in the last 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'll just look for what's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I think we both do that.
Yeah,
and
you
just-
kind of get an eye for what's worth something.
Yeah,
Doesn't always have to be interesting. But
yeah. And of course, you come in with your own knowledge of,
Yeah.
what you know already and
You
what.
do like electronics.
Yeah, I do
and
electronics
that
and you
stuff.
do the clothing. And
Yeah.
that's just because we each know a bit about each one of those in our own areas. So
Yeah, that's true. So we just keep learning. My goal right now is to learn about shoes. So anytime I have extra time, I just walk down the shoe aisle and look anything up that I think is like looks fancy or I don't know what it is. And that's actually been working out really well because I've been finding a lot of stuff. So a lot of brands that people don't know about.
yeah.
So
And
Yeah.
we're not like the biggest store on eBay by any means, or the best, but we do all right.
yeah, and
what,
we're just growing and learning and we want to share that. So
what are our numbers for this week right now?
So for this week, we've had a really slow week, but our last 7 days are $476.
And that's sales. That's
Yeah.
not anything else. That's just total eBay sales.
Yeah,
dollars.
and that's pretty low for us. But the last 31 days are 3,233 days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We've been, we're up 37%. So that's pretty great.
Yep, we've been growing every month since we started. So it's a challenge, definitely, but we put the time into it.
What's the process like for
So we're kind of just trying to find a process right now because things are always changing for us. But so I go out and I source. I do almost all the sourcing and listing at this point. And so I go out, I find what I find for the day. I try to be ahead a week, so I try to have a backlog of stuff. And then I list, and we have someone to take the pictures for us, so I just list.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
That was really great. And we'll talk about in a later episode how that process went about and how we found the photographer for us. But
Yep. Yeah, so that makes it a lot easier because I wasn't having time to source and list and take pictures at the quantity that we want to be able to do.
yeah.
So, because we're hoping to keep growing. So, I probably could do it, but I don't enjoy it. And the point of doing this was to enjoy what we were doing and to make it, something that we actually want to do.
Yeah.
So.
And how many things are you listing a day right now?
30.
30 things a day.
At least, yeah.
We're averaging around 150 a week?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to keep growing that. That's just, for right now. It's really hard during summer to list. It's so nice, and it's also really hot,
yeah.
which is horrible. So we don't have air conditioning, so it's hard to sit in a hot office. But that's just for right now. We're hoping to keep growing, and hopefully Kevin can start listing soon and make it a fun thing.
I'm going to either be measuring clothes or listing them, so we'll have to figure out which one of those two I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. The measuring does take me a little bit. We'll see. We're kind of contemplating how to get Kevin a little bit more involved, even though he is still working. So our store this week, we wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on with that. So we've had pretty slow sales. It is summer.
Yeah.
So we know there's a definite dip in sales.
With any retail environment, you're going to have slow sales during the summer.
Yeah.
Just people are outside, they're doing activities, they're not online shopping or anything like that. They're not usually sitting at their computers because it's so nice outside.
Yeah. So hopefully those pick up in the next couple months. I definitely think they will. We're not doing terribly. We're doing pretty okay, but... So I did want to talk about a couple cool things I found this week. I found a pair of Chaco sandals, which is super exciting. I always love finding those. And then at the bins, I found a pair of Chaco boots, which I've never seen before, and I was really excited to find. Some girl went to throw them back, and I eyeballed them out of the corner of my eye and ran over and grabbed them. So I was really excited about finding those. It was just a really good bins day altogether. I got 110 pounds, which I've never got that much before, so...
And what are the bins for those people who don't know of it?
The Goodwill outlet. So you buy clothing and shoes and hard goods by the pound. So, and it's a very competitive environment, but it's actually kind of addicting. It's like a big treasure hunt.
Yeah, you're always talking about how you're having to fight off people and stuff like that.
Well, you don't really fight, but you're you give them the stink eye. Back off. This is my pile.
It's my stuff.
No, it's really not that bad, but it is definitely, you have to be fast and kind of know what you're looking for. I probably spend 5 seconds on a thing before I go to the next item, so yeah, but it's really fun. I enjoy it. I do have to drive quite far to get there, but it's definitely worth it once I get there. So. And
then for the shoes, how do you test the shoes? You were telling me that earlier.
Oh, yeah. So you bend the soles, forward and backward, make sure there's no, chipping or cracking or anything with the bottom of the shoe. So, or flaking of the plastic. So, I did miss a couple and had to throw them away, but that's part of the, cost of going to the bins, because you're always going to have stuff that has problems from there. So.
That's just the nature of our business. We're always going to have things, even...
Yeah, defects that I don't see. Because it's hard until you go to take the pictures to notice the defects.
Yeah. So it's just something we have to deal with, and just the cost of doing business, really, and what in our market, what we're doing.
I try not to get down about it, because I'd be down quite often if that was the thing.
Yeah, things happen, and it's hard to know, and it's hard to see it right away, so...
Yeah. But it's okay. So, really excited about the boots and just the 110-pound trip to the bins. That was pretty awesome. It filled up the back of my car.
What's your average? It's around 70 pounds, you'd say?
Yeah, about 70. So, it was just a really good day.
Yeah. And we sell primarily in clothing, women's clothing, although we do quite a
bit of other things,
Yeah, we have electronics. And we'll sell anything we can find.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I kind of get whatever. I got some like collectible, I don't know, Franklin mint things today or something like that.
Yeah, you were showing me those. Those are pretty
They're
cool.
pretty cool. They're just sitting out. They're $5 a piece, and I should get between $50 and $80 a piece for them.
See,
So
there's that return I was talking about. I mean, it's just incredible what you can.
yeah,
get
I
in
mean, I
return.
haven't sold them yet, so we'll see. But
Wow.
there's lots of other ones that are selling. So yeah, that was pretty exciting. I don't understand how they don't see that. They have like the collector's certificate sitting there, and they just don't.
They just don't.
I mean, I'm glad that they don't, but I looked at that and saw like value.
Yeah.
It's crazy how they don't, but I am glad they don't.
So how do we organize stuff?
So we just moved, so it's crazy right now.
Yeah.
Things are still crazy.
We got boxes all over our house, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, but we moved, so we have more room to store things too, so that's great. But so I have bins for all of the clothing, and in each bin I put like 30 to 50 items, I'd say, and each bin has a letter. So when I list that item, I put it in the title what bin it's in, and I can find it within a couple seconds normally. I mean, there
Sometimes.
are occasions where I can't. When we first started, we weren't doing that.
That was chaos because we
Yeah.
just had to look through
Yeah.
everything, and then we.
Well, it was easy when we only had 100 items, but we're over 600. No, we're probably close to 800 that we don't have listed. So, I mean, it's pretty hard to find one item out of 800. So, we're getting close to 20 different bins just for clothing. So, and then I also have shelves and things for all of our hard goods, so our mugs and all that stuff. So, we're working on being organized. It's incredibly important.
So for someone who's just getting into it, we'd want to emphasize the importance of being organized from the beginning.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That way you're not losing things, you're not wondering where things went. I mean,
Don't be afraid to invest in organization because it will pay off.
Yeah.
If you can't send someone an item, that's really bad because you can't find it. And we do 1-day shipping, so it's really important that I can find it quickly.
Yeah, you need to find it that day or the next day and
Yeah.
send it out. So
I try to do same day if I can. So
we just can't be looking around for something for a day or two,
No.
with it missing.
no, we did that once
Yeah, that was
during our
terrible.
move, and
Yeah.
I was so upset. I was like, "This person paid," and yeah, but we got it out and it was fine. But that just can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much easier if you start from the beginning because it took me a good week to organize everything. So we want to talk a little bit about. We've had a lot of returns lately. I don't know. Not a lot, but we've
Not
had
a lot,
quite a
just
few.
More than what we're used to.
Yeah. Just people, like, we take a return no matter what. And just people saying, like, things aren't fitting even though we provide measurements, which is fine. I'm fine with that. It's just a hassle, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's like the main complaint you have from people? Is it size or is it...
No. I guess fit. Just fit. Like, it's not size, but just, it didn't fit me in the arms or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Read the measurements.
Just send it back. We got 30-day...
30-day returns, yeah.
Yeah. And then we charge a 20% restocking fee, so we do try to get some of it back.
Yeah, just because it is a huge hassle. When you get a return, you have to reprocess it. We have to find a new place in our inventory for it. I have to go into our spreadsheet. It's just, I mean, it's not that much work, but it is a hassle.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, and we're fine with taking returns. We don't get that many. We really don't. But it's just lately we've been getting some. Just summer, I think, is part of it. I don't know.
We did have... I got a really nice Nest security camera at Goodwill.
Yeah, that was
And-
bad. Yeah, so we spent $100 on it, which we don't spend more than 12 normally.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like spending a lot on things, but Kevin was like, "Oh, it's so cool. We can make, easy $60 fast." And we did. And then the person got it and they said it had a problem. So they're returning it. So,
And since it's a defect, we are paying for the return shipping, so
yeah.
we're just losing money.
But I want to get it back, so we want to try to figure out if there really is something wrong, and then we can relist it if it does work, but what a bummer.
Yeah.
it was new in box, so that was the hard part, but it's just part of the business. I mean, I was upset for about a day, but I got over it, so.
Which is what we have to go through. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just part of the process is accepting the returns, and it sucks when you get one and you're like, oh man, I don't want to return that. I want you to keep it. But
especially when it's like, oh, your return is being processed for $150.
it's like, why? But
yeah. Especially because I was so excited to sell it.
yeah, and we sold it like the next day. It was
Yeah.
something we flipped really fast, but
Yeah.
Just-
Sometimes it's worth paying more, but I don't know if I'd spend another $100 on something.
well,
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know. We'll see.
Maybe if I can make 300,
Yeah.
but for, I don't know, $60, I don't know. Anyway, so we want to talk about our goals for the next week. I'm a very goal-oriented person, as long as someone's checking on me. But I really do. I write everything down at the beginning of the week. I have like a little calendar thing, and my goal is 30 things a day, always 5 days a week. So we normally go do something on one day, and I take a day off. So
Yeah.
that's my goal for the next week. When summer's over, it'll be more, but right now it's just so difficult to sit inside all day long.
And I'm gonna start helping more. I mean, I go with you every now and then, but I'm
Yeah.
not really listing anything or
Yeah.
measuring anything or really doing too much of anything besides sourcing with you.
Yeah. Which you're going to work on.
Yeah.
You get a little overwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since I've done this.
I
a
know.
lot.
It is really overwhelming when you're first starting.
Yeah.
I was watching you the other day and I was like, oh, I remember that. Like, once you don't do it for a while, you kind of forget what you're looking for. Because
Yeah.
you're looking at, like, hundreds of things.
I mean,
and
you'll
you're like,
walk into a thrift store or wherever, and
Yeah.
you'll see all of this stuff, and you're like, I know if I do this right, I can turn this stuff into a profit.
Yeah.
I just want like a little scanner thing that will show me, oh, ding, 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 this is the expensive thing that you should
That's
buy.
what your brain is.
Well,
That's what I get so excited when I see certain shoes and I'm like, that's money, and I just see like the little money signs.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I totally get not seeing that because there's just so much stuff.
I mean, it's like a treasure hunt, and so
Yeah.
it's exciting in the one part, but at the same time, it's like needle in a haystack. You're just going through everything, and it's
Yeah,
hard.
it is. It is really hard, especially when you're like going through like the clothes and stuff, and then you're 50 items in, and you're like, I'm not finding anything, and then you like find it, and you get so excited, and yeah, I get it. It's hard, but we're definitely learning every week.
Yeah.
So, and you're gonna start working more on it and listening to other podcasts and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
Just trying to stay focused. That's, I think, one of our biggest things. Just
Yeah.
making sure you stay focused on it.
yeah, we really want to grow this and make it more of an income for us, so that we can do other things. We really like to travel, and we have student loans.
Oh, yeah.
so.
Student loans.
Yeah, so we want to pay those down so that we can have a little bit more of a life. So, I think we'll keep continuing to try to grow this as much as we can.
Yeah.
As long as we enjoy it. 'Cause
As long as we enjoy
that's
it.
a big part of it.
Yeah.
We really want to enjoy what we're doing. So, yeah.
Well, that's who we are and what this podcast is really going to be about. If you have any questions, be sure to email us. We'll have a link on our website, thevalleyexchange.com, so you can go there, send us your questions, and we'll answer them for you.
Yep. It's still pretty basic right now. We're still getting it all ironed out, but it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, we will be back next week with another podcast. Hope you guys enjoy it.